One, go ahead.
Good morning again. Today's lesson on the pig, we're going to look at some of the parts of the digestive system that you're going to be looking at today and checking out. So hopefully your pan was sitting, the tray was sitting sideways on the pan like that. Put that in there. Unpack the tools again. Lay them out properly. There we go. And you unpack your pig. I like to do it over the sink just in case there's some of the preservative in there, which there usually is. Some of it's going to kind of leak out overnight, so I'm probably going to give it another quick rinse again just to get some of the chemicals out, get some of the smell down. There we go. Her off there. Gonna grab some of the BioShield again. A couple quick sprays with that. And hopefully you left your strings attached. Loop them back over there, like so. There we go. I'm going to spray her inside there too to keep the smell down a little bit. So, again, today what you're going to be doing is some parts of the digestive system, so I'm going to help you see some of those things. So I'm going to take a little extra snip through the diaphragm here to get the abdomen open a little bit more. There we go. So again, you're going to be looking at different things. These are the main digestive system organs that I want to point out to you. Here's one big, huge organ there that you're going to be identifying what it is. Embedded underneath that organ is another one, this little round thing. I think it kind of looks like a grape. It's really easy to see on this pig. They're not always that much of a contrast. So that's this little green organ right there. So that's another organ you're going to be identifying in the digestive system. Another one that's kind of tough sometimes for students to find is this one right here. It starts in the back, kind of wraps around, looks sort of like a finger. This one's got a lot of the blue latex on it. They're usually more of a pinkish maroon color. So that's another organ, digestive system. Here's another major digestive system organ. It's a sac there at the end of the esophagus. Hopefully you can figure that one out. All right, and then some of the things that I wanted to make sure that you had a look at. This is the top. So right here, as you come out of this organ, there's the top of the small intestine. And so there's a few different, it's actually some different names for this. When you're going to be trying to locate sphincter muscles, which are round circular muscles that control the opening and closing of a hole. So there's one here at the bottom of this organ as it enters the small intestine. Okay. And then one of the toughest things for students to get is how to remove the small intestine from what's called the mesentary. So the mesentary is a membrane full of all kinds of blood vessels. As you can see, there's all these arteries and veins, and what that does, you can't really see it because it's like a really thin, clear membrane that goes around all the small intestine, and it just absorbs all the nutrients into the bloodstream. That's what keeps these all together and kind of all curled up like that. So sometimes this works really easy, sometimes it's a little tougher, but so how that works is you're gonna take a little snip through that mesentery, and as you do that, the small intestine will start to come out of the mesentery, and you just kind of keep snipping it. Sometimes it'll just come right out of it'll literally slide right out. This one's not coming out so easily. So yeah, sometimes you just have to keep sort of snipping away at that. As you can see there, the intestines just continue to come out of that membrane. It's kind of strange. You wouldn't think it would be all wrapped up like that. So I'm just cutting through that membrane and keep pulling that small intestine out. So this is important that you keep this. You're going to try to measure the length of it. It's been this sort of, I don't know, this sort of like urban legend of like you're supposed to jump rope with these things. Don't do that. I'll get very angry. Again, we're trying to treat these animals with some respect and not do silly things, but you know, obviously that's not something you're going to do. So you just keep snipping like that, and eventually you get that all out. It also asks you, here's the large intestine, which is, this is not the way the large intestine would look once the animal is, you know, born and matured some, but this is it. They ask you to kind of do the same thing, cut it out and measure the length of it, but we're not going to do that. So skip that part about measuring the large intestine. We're not going to do that. So that pretty much take you to the end of the digestive system, and that's all I wanted to show you.